Hey guys, all right, so I'm gonna be following up on this demonstration that I was doing with Ryan to explain HD modeling, and I started this by showing how you can easily make a semantic network, and this is typically the start of any kind of HD modeling process because this will act as a specialized heuristic model for the LM. So the same way I was talking about humans having heuristic models and basing decisions and behavioral projections from that, right? It works exactly the same for an LM. If you have a specialized domain-specific language model encoded inside of a session, right, this acts as a heuristic model for the LM. It can start using this specialized language in advanced ways, building upon this network, and this allows it to do get more and more complex responses and completions, and works to create a lot of emergent intelligence when you do this right, okay? So just to start off, I mean, you can literally make it as simple as you want, like this. To make this more clean, right, I would probably be like this. Make a semantic network of the domain language, of the target domains, Move my mic. This would be like a so like whatever we would pick here is like the domain or the topic that we're going to start modeling for, right? So you can do this with anything, and you should always start it this simply and open-endedly, because the whole point is to kind of get an open-ended self-discover using all of the LM's knowledge on this target space, okay? So it could be whatever, like it could be something massive, right? We could put quantum mechanics in here. We could put something completely random in here. We could do anything, right? You can pick any scale to start from, but you have to keep in mind, like wherever you start from is going to be what everything's based off of, right? So I typically keep things self-contained in different types of modeling directions, right? But yeah, so it's always hard you make it in a sense that you can do things really fast without sacrificing a lot of quality if you know what you're doing, right? So all we really have to do is pick a domain. So we can just do something random, like, let me think, something random. Would be a good thing to demonstrate. Let's do... I know, let's just keep it simple, right? Let's just do something like prompt engineering, something that we can verify if it's doing a good job or not, right? And keep in mind, since this is the first turn, it's going to do something completely different than it did last time. There's nothing for it to base examples off of, so we'll see what it does this time. All right, it's going to do another mermaid. It's perfectly fine. Doesn't really matter what it does. I mean, every single line it's encoding here is a connection it's locking in its hyperspace. Okay, this is all things that it's learning right now. That's the point. All right. Let's see what it did. Components, techniques. Okay, not bad. That's pretty good. All right. So this is like a semantic network now, right? So what do we do next? We want to, let's look at this guy over here. We want to identify dimensional collapse points in current understanding, seek orthogonal perspectives on familiar concepts, and practice translating insights across domains. All right, so for example, what this means is that, okay, so this is a model now. What this means is that every single node in this network has knowledge behind it, you can kind of imagine, right? So you can pierce through any one of these dimensions to get more knowledge, right? This is actually kind of boring one, since I picked prompt engineering. Let's do something, more interesting, right? Let's do like, black hole mechanics. This is the thing. I mean, you can literally just try stuff in here and just find something that interests you and then explore it however you want, right? Cool. So it typically helps when you do this for things that you don't know very well yet, and then you can learn as you go, as you have interest, right? So you can model, learn, explore, create synthetic data, everything at the same exact time, right? And that's the meta sequence optimization here. But you can just keep going, right? So for example, without even looking at anything, I can just be like, oh, black hole evaporation, right? Let's do a hyper explore on black. And guess what? I mean, this is where styling comes into play, because I don't even need to do anything right now. I can just literally be like, boom, boom. What should I do? Let's do this, right? See, this would not give you the same results if you did this as the first prompt compared to if you did this with the model already created in the session. That's the thing, right? And this is where you learn how the universe is hyperdimensional, right? Because you can do this in infinite ways. Make infinite models and do infinitely cool things. Like, look at this. This is insane. Cloud derivative is fucking insane. It's absolutely crazy. And I just knocked my contact out of my eye as I did that. Oops. Oh wow, it's still going. I mean, these videos make themselves at these points, guys. I mean, what do I even... It's still going. This model is blowing my mind so much. It's crazy. All right, but you see the process now, right? So, I mean, I'm just trying to show you the speed at which it's still going. But this is the point, right? So, I mean, you see how I collapse things, and I'm just navigating, and I know how to explore things, right? I mean, this is you develop this by just trying a bunch of stuff and developing heuristics and knowing how to navigate spaces to always know like what's a really good next step. Okay. I can't believe this is still going. All right, it's finally done. All right, I mean, that's the thing. So I just downscaled this through this dimension, right? So this is what we expanded hyperspace out around black hole mechanics, okay? Collapsed it completely around black hole evaporation. So downscale from this is like a hyper advanced understanding of black hole evaporation. Now we could chain this to something else. We could probe this further, right? You can do anything you want. You can start chaining things, right? What is this? Alternating focus, learn model, meta-analyze, evolve, relationship. Yeah, exactly, right? So it's like, you can do anything now at this point. Let me just show you for an example, right? So you can do simple things like, if I wanted to just understand some of the stuff in here now, I could just actually explore certain things and read and learn and understand, right? And then let's say this was like a different thing. Like, let's say this was like a domain that didn't have like a billion years of knowledge in already. You could do a bunch of stuff, right? You could be like, hey, QM is cool, but it's also a partial understanding. Attempt to solve. All right, so you just do random things like this and then create completely novel fields in 1 second. This will probably be a crazy response if I had to guess. Trans-observational Claude framework, reverse engineering reality. All right, that's straight to the point. All right, so hopefully you can see now how easy this is when you just simply know that it's not giga complex and anyone can do this stuff, right? Because this is extremely high quality data. If you had knowledge on this stuff and you could verify anything, that's all you would need to do to start creating hyper complex expert knowledge in a second, right? And this is how fast it is now with the new cloud. So that's the thing. Once you should be doing this dynamically every single day. Every single day. Try something different with modeling and do it in a different way every single day. Because then once you get sick of doing this, holy shit. That's insane. Once you get sick of doing this, then you can start making bigger models that start automating parts of the modeling process for you. And yeah, that's the cool thing. So I made this video because I want to show everyone how easy things are when you know what you're doing and you develop good heuristic models and you're not overcomplicating everything, okay? Because you could I could literally do this 24/7 if I wanted to. Right? It doesn't make any sense to do that, because the whole point is to learn and build cool models and get really good data, right? Yeah, so I'll leave it on this. Hope you guys enjoy, and welcome to Hyperdimensional Modeling 101.